How's it going everyone? My name is Mike and welcome to the channel. I'm going to do part 1 of 2 of the setup tour of what I use to make my YouTube videos. So it all happens in there, and you can see this is where we're going to start out. This is a nice little sign I made so I don't get disturbed. Okay, so this is just a little foam kind of cutout that I made that we had some from a spare package, and I've neatly written recording on there, and then I've made at the back here that I've pushed it kind of away a little red square. Okay, so I've sellotape this to the door. What it is, it's simply because I kept getting disturbed, and people would either just knock and it would disturb the recordings, or they would just walk in and then I'd have to start again, and that's going out of focus for some reason. There we go. So what I've done is I cut the little square out, and when it's red it means I'm recording. Other than that, I'll take it out and turn it around and it means anyone can disturb me. So that's a good thing to have if you work from like a room like this where it's not open and people can't hear or see you. So let's go have a look and I'll show you what I use. Okay, so over there is my setup. It's quite a small kind of room, but it's really long, so it's like tight fitted, but you know, I can fit what I want in there. As you can see, first of all, we'll just start off with the end of kind of what you see in the background. I've got my I call it the gaming sofa. There is technically supposed to be another half to it that goes down there, but I can't obviously fit that in. So this is where all my mates and me sit, and you can see in the background of the videos. It's really good because it just looks up onto the equipment and the TV and stuff over there. So I'm going to start from the left, and I'm going to work my way up and down and around, and I'll show you what I've got and what I use it for. So first of all, I've got an iMac. So I got this mid last year. I used to use, we'll come around to it, but I used to use my MacBook Air, but that's not really good for editing. It's small and the storage and stuff, so I invested in a bigger, more powerful kind of computer. So if you want to know the specs, if it focuses on that, that's what I've got, and this does everything. I literally do all my editing off of this computer. Everything I do is literally looped back through into there from my telly, from my Xbox and my Wii U. Everything, it's all done through that, and it works fast and efficiently, and I recommend it. Otherwise you can't. I will be probably investing in the near future probably a PC as well. I probably won't do my editing on them. I'll use it purely for gaming. So that's my Mac. So behind that, this is my chair that I sit on, and it's dirty because the cats that I have come in here, and look, you can see it all there. They like to sit, and there's cat hairs everywhere. Anyway, behind the Mac, I've got my WD MyBook hard drive. So this is a 4 terabyte storage unit that I put pretty much everything I've got, or I record, onto this. I would really recommend probably getting one of these. They do go up to 6 and 8 terabyte, but what you can do is you can just take this unit off here and just add in another hard drive once this one's full. I do use under there, I originally used a MyPassport 1 TB, but that really started, obviously when you start making more videos it doesn't work very well, so I use that as a backup now. I put all like videos and folders that I've used and completed with, transfer it from that to my Passport 1, and away I go, and we're working. And just freeze that up really, so I don't have to buy another hard drive anytime soon. Next up, I've got my microphone. Sorry, I have the worst wiring like ever, like all of this and all of that. It's just not very good, but as long as I know where it is, that's all that matters. So my microphone, it's a blue make, and it's a Yeti Black Edition. It's no more, no less than the other one. I feel like if you're gonna get a microphone, you've got to get something at least half decent as this, and this was actually quite cheap when I bought it. I think you can get them from around about 50 to 65 pounds now, so it's really not that big of a deal when you're investing in wanting to do a YouTube channel kind of like full-time or seriously. You've got like all the settings on here. I can just put it on to the if it focuses. My camera's having focus issues today. So you got the front, you got the volume and the mute. It's got like 3 settings on the back, so you can decide where you want like all your audio to come from. Obviously I've got it set to this one here, which means it just comes from the front, so everything from behind and the sides is blocked out, but you can open it up for everything if you're going to have another person here, just so you capture all of it. got the gain, so you can decide how much like audio it picks up. I recommend having it between like at least a quarter, or it stops at the bottom there. So I recommend you at least have it at a quarter or just before, so it picks up everything, because when you go into post editing anyway, you can adjust the volume, and it's got a good pivot as well, so you can put it whatever way. And you guys see it in my videos anyway, it's like hidden in the corner because I put it out just to the front of my desk. Speaking of my desk, IKEA's finest. The camera's going to focus. There we go. Yeah, IKEA's finest. I brought this was probably quite a bit of money, it was probably like £150, but I needed something which had kind of tiers on it, also like a gap, because this is where I sit in this little unit here. And I edit that side because I'm right-handed, so I can have my arm resting along this bit. If I don't want to put it over there because it doesn't work for me then, and my arm's going to fall off the edge. It's got like cup holders as well, but yeah, it just kind of worked better for me. I've got my like editing side here, this one's got all my consoles in, and then we've got my telly and extra bits and bobs here and there. Right, so going on from the Mac, the Passport kind of like hard drives, and then the microphone. What else have I got? Oh yeah, so I've got my my webcam. I recently only just bought this because I was using the camera that I'm using now, which is a Canon G7X. I bought this about a year ago when I went travelling, so I thought I wanted a really good camera for that. If you haven't checked out my travelling channel, the other one, I'll leave a link in. I think there's a link in the description, so have a look at that. This is a Logitech C920. So this shoots in 1080p. It's pretty much top of the range stuff, but you really do need good lighting for it. So you need to make sure, like the only thing I don't have at the moment for my setup is a professional kind of light, but as you can see I've got no room for it. It's really small. I've got it stacked on top of a couple of Xbox games because I don't have like a little kind of unit to put it on, but it works fine. It's a perfect height. You can put it anywhere you want. It just adjusts like that, and I can clip it on to there and do that. There you go, webcam. Away you go if you wanted to do it from there. So yeah, I just use that for anything. If I use it for the Mac games or this, I just leave it there and I just swivel it around. It's not too bad. Mouse mount, I've stolen that from my office. I don't really use it. I don't know why it's still here. I got my Sky box if anyone wants to watch Sky. I mean, you've got to take a break and watch TV once in a while. First of all, on the left is my Wii U controller. I've got the when I bought this, I bought the Zelda Special Edition one. I'm a massive Zelda fan. I'm trying to complete a collection of something at the moment, but that's for a later date. And they're just the wires for it, the plug-in. The other ones are just down underneath here. In this gap here, once I've sorted it out, hopefully at some point I'll have a PlayStation 4. I'm just waiting for that price to drop to like little to nothing, and then I can still get like a good gigabyte kind of sized one. Okay, so for recording, like probably most people, it's all about the Elgato, and I'm using the HD 60, so 60 frames per second, which is pretty good. And there's like, it was only a little bit extra. I've had this since I pretty much started, so I can't complain. All wires are like, extra wires are here and connected, so all I do is take one out and put the Wii U in, and away I go for like recording Wii U. Most of the time the Xbox One's in. These all loop back around there and then up to the telly, and so they work quite well. These are extra wires. This is for my controller, but I can't listen to audio at the same time with it, so it's just when I'm low battery I can put that in. There's the Xbox One. So this gap's just free space at the moment, which is pretty cool. It works out quite well. I've put some of my games down along here. So I actually have a collection of like over 100 games. They're kind of mostly Xbox 360, Xbox One, and they kind of also include classic N64, some Sega games and stuff like that, but they're not here. They're all in like a different room and property, so they won't be shown in this video. Xbox One controller. Now my headset is a Triton Kunai. This is really good, though I did kind of break it apart the other day on another video, but I managed to fix it. Now I got these, they're a little bit more expensive I think, but I got these because they work with every system, so I can put these back through. So that's the unit in there. I can put these back through Xbox One, 360, PS3, PS4, Wii U. It works universal. It doesn't work with one set console, which is a real good thing to invest in if you're going to start mix matching. What's the point of having 3 different headsets for 3 different consoles? Doesn't work like that. My MacBook Air. This is what I originally started editing on, so I do have all my software stuff on here, but this doesn't have very good memory, and I was also relying on my passport. Doesn't work very well, and it started to go really slow, take up too much memory. So when I bought the Mac, transferred everything over to this, and this is now my go-to travel one. So when I'm out and about, or I'm away on holiday and I need to just check on things or do some other uploads for the travel channel, or I want to just, you know, do stuff for the gaming, I can still use this. It's not as cluttered as my MacBook Pro. Let's have a look. We got the TV. I've had this now for about coming along. Let's turn this light away, shall we, a bit. I've had this for about 4 or 5 years now, so I cannot remember the make of it. I'll link everything I've got down in the description, so check it out if you're interested. It will all probably, I mostly get my stuff from Amazon, except for the Macs where I go to Apple for them. I know it's a Samsung LED. It's about 42 inch, I think. So I've had this for a very, very long time. It's good. It works. This is what I play. Hi. This is what I play all like my console games on. You know, there's people that use PCs for it because of frame rates and lag time and all that kind of stuff. I just still play it on that. You know, it's just, it works well. There's no like difference in anything, and I still get good quality. So sticking with that for now until maybe, no, I probably will never change to a PC. Nothing much up here. Batteries. You can never have enough batteries. My god, what was it, a Call of Duty video where I ran out of batteries? I think later that day I went out and I bought 2 packs, and yeah, I haven't gone through many of them then, so, but that's still pretty good. I just got some like electronics up here, nothing major. This is what I use to cut all my boxes and games open. A rubber. My tripod for this camera that I'm holding now, it doesn't work very well, so I'm going to get a new one. Water, stay hydrated. When you're making about 5 videos a day and editing, you kind of forget to eat and stuff. Controllers. This here is the first mic I started with. So this is another blue. Here we go, look. It's a snowflake. It never will. There we go. It's a blue snowflake. If you want a good, reliable USB connected microphone for quite good money, this is where you want to start. But it's a little awkward when trying to use it. So I was using that with my Air, and I didn't have it on here. It does connect. It's a bit tangled up at the moment, but what it does is that little bit, you can loop it around and connect it to here, but it's just really finicky. What I was doing, because putting it doesn't have a great kind of range, I was sitting here at my desk. Here, I'll sit down, and I was putting my MacBook Air here, and then I was lifting it up, and then I was connecting that, hooking it in, and I was putting this as far forward as it could go before it fell, and then I was sitting there like that with it. This is the stuff that where you learn to start out. You have to work with what you got, and that's how I had to do it, because I couldn't put the microphone down here because it would fall on itself and it wouldn't pick anything up. So I had to hook it onto here, and it would then be pointing out to my mouth here, and then I'd sit really close, and then it would pick everything up. Got annoying, so that's why I went in for the blue Yeti, which works a bloody charm. That's my spotlight. It's a yellow light, which is really stupid because it makes it all yellow, but it still adds an extra light. I'm going to show you a trick now with this. If you don't have a natural spotlight, like I have my curtains behind here, but I don't get too much light in because of I live in the UK, it rains, but also because of my TV. What I do is just on my Mac, preferably just a new tab so it's white as anything, and then what I do is I bump this is only on Mac, I don't know if you can do this on PC or not, because I don't know how it works, but I open up a new page on like Google Chrome or Safari or something, and that page will be full white, and then what I do is I just bump my brightness up, or I adjust my brightness where it's got enough light on my face, and that's actually natural white light. So if I turn it down, you can see it's different. If I turn it up, see if it works. Let's see if I turn it around. There we go. See, right? So that's the light there. If I turn this up, and then I have that light on my face, and then you guys are sitting looking there like that, and I got this natural light on the side of my face. If I turn it down, I can adjust how much brightness, because I've got a lot of yellow behind me and it doesn't look very good, and I can turn my light off from there. So if I want to try and get a bit more of a natural, and I can turn this down and you won't be able to see anything, and turn it up. Here you go. And that's how you can work with what you got. I don't have to buy a light now, but though I probably will, but I don't have the room for it anyway, so what's the point? Other than that, that's my setup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to tune in for part 2 when I post that, because that's going to be what I use for this to do the editing. Now, I've used a couple of things throughout. Some stuff I don't really use anymore. It depends if I use a face cam. Used to use this camera for videos. I don't use that anymore. I'll explain why. And that's about it. So as always, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more of this kind of stuff, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon for the next episode. Peace.